Welcome boys and girls, Costin here with Bhashiva on Legendary difficulty. Going to be playing through her campaign and seeing how things do unfold right here. She does have that upkeep benefit for Tiger Warriors, and you are really going to want to use them. In fact, in general, I would dare say that using Tiger Warriors is really worth it for Cafe because it makes a lot of your early game battles that much easier. And the fact she has melee attack and melee defense during ambushes and speed as well as the White Tiger ability is definitely very useful. But before I start, let me go and check the settings over here. So I am going without the endgame crisis, and I am going to also set the AI stats modifier to the very highest right here. Very hard, legendary very hard, no Iron Man mode. Just because I find Iron Man mode something of an annoyance to really deal with. I guess we'll find out if we get those unusual locations in this specific campaign. And get a move on.
The Cathayan desert is unforgiving. Yet, to the Tiger Warriors, it is home. For generations, the frontier beyond the mountains of heaven has sheltered them from Sinch's schemes. Guided there by the living prophecy of the White Tiger. Now, chaos waxes strong once more, and Bhashiva rises against its tide. A mercenary lord of Shang-Yang, poised between her oath and a mandate of reckoning against the powers of ruin. The desert tigress leads into the gathering dark.
Alright then, so we start with the Veil of Titans right here as a minor tier 2 settlement, and we're going to go with the White Tiger Pillar for that extra growth. And I think I'm going to focus heavily on growth because I want to get access to a higher availability of units. Research-wise, what I am going to focus on quite very quickly is to get administrative subsidies for that extra construction time. Right there, -1 for provincial capital settlement buildings. I think it's one of the useful things to really acquire in a Bhashiva campaign very quickly, and just in general in a Caffeine campaign. This is unmodded, so just bear in mind, but obviously this battle would be nothing for Bhashiva to actually deal with, though I did take more damage than I would have liked. To serve as the Lord of Shang-Yang, okay. Now, we do have a relic, and I do wonder if we can get enough to that camp to actually take it out. Apparently not. Okay. Maybe it's a question of the hero. I'm not quite sure. Right there. Anyway, we're just going to get Tiger Warriors. We only have the ability of recruiting Tiger Warriors and peasants, and we're also going to go for Caravan by Tiger Warrior Guard. So we have a choice of either having an alchemist in an army, some Tiger Warriors. Hero capacity +1 for alchemist. That's pretty damn nice. Or we could get... No, I think this one is definitely the better choice. So we want to go for, I think, Karazakarak. So with Bhashiva's caravans, you do have the choice of getting either Iron Will or getting money. And I think Iron Will is really what you want to pick up early on in a campaign, just because it's that pretty useful. We're going to be rushing against Grimgor as quickly as we can because he is damn Grimgor and you do want to deal with him. Now, unit capacity wise, you do have those limitations in a campaign. Okay, so we get an army next to the camp. I think I'm going to destroy the army right there. Alright, let's add the noble. Improve the army capability. And we can either go yin or yang. Casualty replenishment, 10 growth. Just gonna be a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh, so they just recruited the Lord. Alright, so we're going to have to fight this. Alright, let's get started right here. Yeah, I'm just going to use a lot of Tiger Warriors early on, and then we'll worry about getting anything else. So let's just rush right there. Oh, they're going to show up in our backside. Okay. One of the things that I would definitely like if Creative Assembly disabled... She can absolutely demolish him. That's the thing about Bhashiva. She's pretty damn good at dueling against opponents. Though, you know, it's kind of amusing that you do start at war with ogres, because ogres are not really the best enemies to deal with as Tiger Warriors early on, because, you know, they're large and you don't have anti-large Turker. I mean, you do have Jade Warrior Halberds, definitely, but... Okay, you gonna deal with him or not? There we go. Alright. That was a bit surprising. Well, extra stats, what can you do? Okay, fled faster than I would have expected. Alright, let's try and do a devastating flanker attack right there. The nice thing about her is you do have that ability of just debuffing enemy lords. And also, you're just really fast in general. With her army. Sieges will be an obvious issue, though. Try and take him out. Can we get him? No, he's too fast. Let's try and intercept him and tar pit him. Can we get him? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, get him. There we go. That Paymaster ended up doing more damage than I actually expected, really. Alright, we can get Bloodspeak at least. Let's get Inspiring Presence for that unit experience gain, and Wild Form. Honestly, if I would start with Lore of Shadows, that would be damn fantastic. So we got a relic over there. It'd be damn nice to have an idea of where the other relics are, though. Should we loot and occupy and then spark a rebellion? Yes. Okay. And we've unlocked Armies of Shang-Yang. He wants us to take the Maw Gate. And that would give us some shields, our favorite. Yeah, let's go get that. Yeah, gonna focus a bit on melee. And we can improve one of the pillars. I would say that improving the pillars depends on what kind of benefit you really want over here. So it is the question. I mean, global recruitment duration would be damn nice. Recruitment time in this region is reduced for Yang. Yeah, I don't want the prophecy of the White Tiger. Stalking stands for Old Tiger Warriors, so White Lords would be sweet. But no, we're gonna go with the Way of the Thousand Gods, I think. Various melee survival benefits. Also, I'm just curious. Yep. So we do want to turn around, deal with the Mountain Eaters. Get that rebellion rolling. I'll get rid of the barracks because, again, I just want that sweet, sweet, sweet growth. Just to unlock higher end units. What do we got? Alright, so Grimgore has one relic. Pretty damn easy, but... Alright, I don't want regular Jade Warriors, by the way. Jade Warrior with Halberds, though, you can recruit at tier 2. But for a moment, I want all my Iron Well to be... spent on increasing army capacity. Then we can worry about individual unit capacity. Individual unit capacity is pretty easy to increase, so let's just buff them up. Alright, they'll be fine. Alright, charge right there. Don't underestimate ogres with very hard stats. Like, if they had normal stats, definitely. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage right there from them. Thankfully, we won't have to fight that many ogres after this point. Go get him, Bhashiva. And we can get signets too. Try and kill him. I think it's more experience if we do kill. Well, the more we kill, the more experience we gain, so it's just kind of one of those things. Come on, chase him down. I'll let them escape. There we go. So I do hate that caravan route because Drazif might decide to attack us right there. Thankfully, he did not. I've had that happen before. It wasn't really the most pleasant experience. Oh, shit. How did I end up at war with those guys? Let's try again. Yeah, let's go for that one. It might be the barricade event? I don't know. I would rather not lose a caravan right here. Especially after getting that noble. Alright, we got Imperial Wardens. You can confederate regular Cathane factions, by the way. Yeah, I'll get an extra army. And deal with the rebellion. I think one full army of Tiger Warriors is going to be more than damn sufficient to tackle the problems that I do have here. Switching to the Jade Dragon's Edict because it gives you that 10 growth. And yeah, get more casualty replenishment. Alright, so he's taken Shang-Yang. More ogres, my lord. Yes, we're gonna go down that specific path of taking those elements. I think I'm actually going to focus those elements on some income because, well, once I start getting a second army, I am going to need that. Alright, so we're getting all our structures to tier 2. We're in Ian as well, so we got a bit of... Alright, that is a lot of fucking iron will, so... We're gonna get a Sawai. Though, yeah, money. Interesting to note that Grimgore does not especially hate you. There we go. Let's see what these ogres are going to do. They probably only have ogre bulls. Alright, so Grimgore has taken Carrot Flag. The way we're going to deal with Grimgore... Alright, so he's moved his entire army right there. Yeah, it's just a bit of a leadership loss. Oh, that can be useful. The Lizargs are still... It's a bit weird. You know, yeah, and now to get a bit of income. What do I want here? Well, we could balance things out between yin and yang, and I think I'm going to actually go for that one. Yeah, we want to get to tier 2. If there is a caravan reward with relics, we kind of want to get that one. Oh, shit. Well, that's my interesting Grimgore. Okay, I can get another army. Yeah, screw it. But getting another army would have its own set of issues. Oh, I really don't want to do that. Not right now. I don't know if... Like, if I do it versus him doing it, what would that cause? I'm actually going to pull Bhashiva back and let the secondary army take the settlement. But where's the capital of that specific province? Nasty. Alright, right here we're just going to pull back a bit, put this army to besiege the settlement. Cornet force draws near. Let's pull back, really, because we need to deal with that ASAP. It doesn't matter. Like, I would love to finish the objective, but I kind of forgot that I do need to actually deal with that one coordinate force. Because otherwise, they're just going to spawn with a full damn army in my settlement, and that is not going to be pleasant. So, like, right here, we've got Grimgor stalled for a good number of turns, and I'm going to take advantage of that situation. But I was speaking about the caravan. It's like I just decided how to resolve was better. Now, can I recruit a lord, maybe? Yeah, because if I go to war against... If I defeat the Mountain Eaters right here, what is going to happen is he'll immediately turn around and destroy and declare war on me. So I don't want to do that right now. It's about strategic positioning. That's an army. All right, we're gonna wait for the garrison force to properly arrive right there and use them to soak the damage. We could also just let her see if the skull cannons would fire on her. Apparently not. Okay. While they get into position, we can use Bhashiva to just sneak on the enemy right here and do some damage. Alright, bring them into a big melee blob. It's quite a hilarious little pickle that we find ourselves in. Having to deal with both Grimgor and this is not necessarily my idea of a really freaking good time. Oh, they are pulling through. Damn those guys. Forcing me to engage. Keep in mind, this was the army that I intercepted, though I'm guessing... Alright, Exalted Bloodletters of Khorne. That Skull Cannon is not being polite. Alright, charge in with the Garrison Tiger Warriors. Can we pursue and destroy them? I definitely hope so. Most of the enemy army has been killed. Yep, we're gonna get the relic through that specific caravan, and we got some... got an item. 2 items even. That's that. And now we... what do we get? We can start getting that hero capacity +1. It just takes a while to get going. So we have this choice. Ward save. I think I want this one. Cause hey, we got tons of money. Might as well use it. sure what he's going to do right there. Yeah, we don't need the extra cargo. Disable that. I mean, you can see that Iron Will is not really the biggest problem. It's just... Please tell me he's not gonna be... Alright. I accept your blackmail. Yeah, we could probably just auto-resolve that one. So I'm gonna get an entire army of Jade Warriors and Jade Warrior Crossbowmen, just because I fucking can. And let Grimgor do all the heavy fighting in this one. He has a bunch of big guns, some ranged units, 2 heroes. I think I can defeat that with Bhashiva. The more damage he takes, the better off I'll be. I mean, I don't obviously expect Grimgor's army to take a significant level of damage here, but every bit will definitely help. Okay. Time for truth. His artillery is going to be an issue. Oh. You got the Iron Claws right there. And charge right into the big guns one at a time. Eventually, he will attack. Once his force takes enough damage. Can we defeat him? I suppose we will find out. Or defeat in detail, maybe. Keep moving these guys forward. There he goes. Or maybe I bring the Iron Claws to... Yeah, he might kill the Claw Speaker if I'm not careful. That's Grimgore. Alright, do devastating flanker attacks right there. Alright, we need to try and pursue as many of these guys as we can. Otherwise, we're kind of screwed. Yep, perfect. Alright, we finally got stock stands. Great. Only took defeating Grimgore to actually acquire it. Tayan. That army is not a threat. Myrmidons. I'm just going to wait a bit. But I imagine that's the biggest threat of Grimgor, his highest level army. He has declared the war. Interesting. No, don't underestimate him. He does have quite a few armies. And now we enter the heart of the beast, so to speak. Okay. I mean, if not, if he doesn't attack me here, I'll just besiege his settlement and come what may. Maybe I do want extra recruitment capacity. Yeah, ignore that. I get tired of this shit. In terms of the research that I do want right now, maybe I do want that extra bit of control, though it would be 4 turns. Let's head for Class Peak or Meditation. No, it's not defended. Alright, not gonna complain about that one. Jade Lancers would be nice. Celestial Dragon Crossbows. Let's go for a Drakenhof. So we need to fight Chaos, get a bunch of Iron Hail Gunners, cannons, crane gunners, etc. And that would unlock tier 4. An extra relic wouldn't be bad. Let's see if they can manage that. What is Grimgor cooking? Because I know he has armies. There we go. Should I lay an ambush? I think so. Yeah, we want cannons. Some of these missions just don't feel that worthwhile from my point of view. Yeah, giving her full plate armor, and giving him the campaign movement range. Will he take the... I definitely hope so. But we'll see. He may or he may not. Well. Oh boy. That's... The ambush failed. That's for certain. That is gonna be a huge fucking brawl. Alright, Costin signing out. Stay tuned for more. We're in for a hell of a ride.